Hello viewers, once again welcome back to virtual platform of Udainath Autonomous College of Science and Technology. We are discussing on community health and social work, and we had discussed in our previous video lecture about some diseases. Those diseases are occurred due to bacterial infection, like we had discussed about the diphtheria disease, and another one is typhoid, and how these diseases are occurred, what are the causes, what are the risk factors in these diseases, and how we can prevent or how we can treat these diseases. And now in this video lecture we will discuss about another disease, which disease is also a bacterial infection disease, that is tuberculosis disease, which is short form is TB, and how the tuberculosis disease occurred, what are the cause, what are the risk factors in tuberculosis disease, and how we can prevent the tuberculosis disease, vaccinations available for tuberculosis disease, and also we will discuss about what are the major factors, how we can avoid the bacteria which occurs the tuberculosis disease, and how we can cure the tuberculosis disease, and what are the factors we have to avoid for avoiding the infection of tuberculosis bacteria. Let's discuss and briefly about the tuberculosis disease. First, we will discuss on what is tuberculosis disease. Tuberculosis or TB is a potentially serious infection disease that mainly affects your lungs. The bacteria that cause tuberculosis are spread from one person to another through tiny droplets released into the air via coughs and sneezes. Once rare in developed countries, tuberculosis infections began increasing in 1985, partly because of the emergence of HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. Tuberculosis is a bacterial infection disease, and which is a serious infectious disease and mainly affects our lungs, and tuberculosis bacteria infected through sneezing time, through cough time of a bacterial infection person, and when we have direct contact with these type of person, those who have the bacterial infection of tuberculosis disease, and then we can infected by this person, and the bacteria of tuberculosis disease infected through the air, and when a tuberculosis infected person at the time of coughing or sneezing not using any tissue or not using any precautions, then at that time the air is polluted through droplets of that infected person, and when the healthy person have direct contact with these droplets, then that person also infected by these bacteria, and through which the person will infection of tuberculosis disease. HIV weakens a person's immune system, so it can fight the TB germs. In the United States, because of stronger control programs, tuberculosis began to decrease again in 1993, but remains a concern. Many strains of tuberculosis resist the drugs most used to treat the disease. If a person is suffering from HIV/AIDS disease, then that person is not cured or can't fight with the tuberculosis bacteria, because when a person is infected through HIV/AIDS virus, and when a person is suffering from HIV/AIDS disease, then that person's immune system is very poor condition, and that person is suffering from very poor immune system, and because of which the immune system of that person can fight with the bacteria which occurred the tuberculosis disease. And when a person is suffering from both the tuberculosis disease and HIV/AIDS, then that person is suffering, and that person is feeling very serious in these diseases, and sometimes these type of persons are getting died due to tuberculosis disease. People with active tuberculosis must take several types of medications for many months to eradicate the infection and prevent development of antibiotic resistance. People always take different medications for cure of tuberculosis disease and for prevention of tuberculosis disease, and through the medications the people can eradicate the infection of tuberculosis disease, and they have to prevent the development of this bacteria and through antibiotic resistance, and after that they can fight with the tuberculosis bacteria, and they can boost their immune system also. Next we will discuss on what are the symptoms of the tuberculosis disease, because every disease have different symptoms, and tuberculosis disease has also some specific symptoms through which we can detect that person is suffering from tuberculosis disease. Although your body may harbor the bacteria that cause tuberculosis, which is TB, your immune system usually can prevent you from becoming sick. For this reason, doctors make a distinction between one is latent TB and another one is active TB. And when a person is infected by the bacteria which causes the tuberculosis disease, and after infection the immune system usually can prevent from becoming sick, and when a person is infected by bacteria which causes the tuberculosis disease, then the person is suffering from that disease and the person has different symptoms, and the doctor make a distinction between symptoms. One is latent and another one is active, and we will discuss on latent TB and active TB. What is latent TB and what is active TB? First we will discuss on what is latent TB. In this condition you have a TB infection, but the bacteria remain in your body in an inactive state and cause no symptoms. Latent TB, also called inactive TB or TB infection, isn't contagious. It can turn into active TB. So treatment is important for the person with latent TB and to help control the spread of tuberculosis. An estimated 2 billion people have latent TB. When a person is suffering from latent TB, or when a person's condition is in latent TB, then that condition is known as inactive TB. And when a person is not contagious, and when the tuberculosis bacteria is not formed, is not active properly, and when a person cannot infect another person, that situation is latent TB. It means the primary stage of the tuberculosis disease is latent TB, and if that person cure or prevent at the primary stage, then the person can fight with the tuberculosis bacteria, and then the person can cure or can prevent the disease if the person is getting proper treatment from the primary stage of the tuberculosis situation. If the person is suffering from latent TB, then the person can treatment or can prevent or eradicate the tuberculosis disease, and at the latent TB situation the person's bacteria is inactive. And next one is active TB. This condition makes you sick and in most cases can spread to others. It can occur in the first few weeks after infection with the TB bacteria, or it might occur years later. When a person is not cured or is not getting treatment properly at the latent TB situation or at the primary stage of the tuberculosis disease, because in latent TB situation the person is not contagious and the bacteria is not transmitted from one person to another person, and when the bacteria is developed and when the bacteria is multiplied quickly, then after that the person is suffering from active TB. When the bacteria is very active and when the bacteria is multiplied very quickly, and at this situation the person is suffering from active TB. And when a person is coming under active TB, then that is a situation in which situation there is some life threatening situations, there is some risk in the life of that person, and so that we have to cure the person from the primary stage of that person, and we can control the TB spread at the time of latent TB if you are getting treatment at the right time. And at the active TB situation the bacteria is spread very quickly. And next we will discuss what are the signs and symptoms of active TB, and what are the measure or what are the symptoms which is related with tuberculosis, and what are the symptoms through which we can detect or define the person is suffering from tuberculosis disease. And these signs and symptoms are coughing that lasts 3 or more weeks. If a person is coughing from last 3 weeks, and coughing of blood, if there is blood in the person's coughing time, chest pain or pain with breathing or coughing, if the person has chest pain, or if the person has pain at the time of breathing or at the time of coughing, and unintentional weight loss, and very quickly weight loss of a person, and fatigue, fever, night sweats and chills, loss of appetite. When a person have these type of symptoms, then we can detect that person is suffering from tuberculosis disease, and through different tests we can detect that person. Then we will discuss on causes of the tuberculosis disease. What are the causes? What are the origins of tuberculosis disease? Tuberculosis is caused by bacteria that spread from person to person through microscopic droplets released into the air. Tuberculosis is always caused by the bacterial infection which is spread from one person to another person through microscopic droplets and through air. When a infected person at the time of coughing or at the time of sneezing, the droplets of that person mix with the air, and if a healthy person has direct contact with that air, then the person is infected through these droplets. This can happen when someone with the untreated active form of tuberculosis coughs, speaks, sneezes, spits, laughs or sings. When a person at the time of coughing, at the time of speaking, sneezing and also splits, also at the time of laugh and sings, the person can infected through tuberculosis bacteria if the another person has infection of tuberculosis bacteria, or another person has active form of tuberculosis bacteria. Then the person, which person has direct contact with the infected person, the healthy person can infected by the unhealthy person also. Although tuberculosis is contagious, it's not easy to catch, and tuberculosis is always contaminated or spread very quickly, and it is a contagious disease, and we can't catch the disease, or we can't detect the tuberculosis disease from very quickly, or it is not easy to catch, or it is not easy to detect the tuberculosis infected person. And next is, you are much more likely to get tuberculosis from someone you live with or work with than from a stranger, and you can infected from someone with whom you are living or with whom you are working, which person is a stranger, because you can't know that person is suffering from tuberculosis disease. Most people with active TB who have had appropriate drug treatment for at least 2 weeks are no longer contagious, and also most people are very active TB, and through appropriate drug treatment for at least 2 weeks, this is a contagious disease at that time also. And next we will discuss on what are the risk factors in tuberculosis disease. Anyone can get tuberculosis, but certain factors can increase your risk of the disease, and these factors include weakened immune system, means there is different risk factors in tuberculosis disease, and some certain factors which increase the risk of the tuberculosis disease. And first is weakened immune system. If a person's immune system is very weak, if a person's immune system is very poor condition, then the person is suffering from tuberculosis disease. That is also a major risk factor, because at the time of infection, the immune system of that person can't fight with the bacteria, through which the person's life-threatening situation arises at the weakened immune system. Next is, a healthy immune system often successfully fights TB bacteria, but your body can't mount an effective defense if your resistance is low. A number of diseases, conditions and medications can weaken your immune system, and which includes different risk factors when a person's immune system is healthy and successfully fights with TB bacteria, and when a person's immune system is poor condition, then the person cannot fight with the tuberculosis bacteria, and when a person's resistance is very low, then the person can fight with the tuberculosis bacteria. And at the time of that time situation, the persons have to take medications which can weaken also your immune system. When a person is taking different medicines, that medicines also weaken the immune system of that person, and which includes also different risk factors, and these risk factors are HIV/AIDS, diabetes, severe kidney diseases, certain cancers, cancer treatment such as chemotherapy, drugs to prevent rejection of transplanted organs, some drugs used to treat rheumatoid arthritis and Crohn's disease and psoriasis, malnutrition, very young or advanced age. And these situations, the person has a poor immune system. If a person is suffering from HIV/AIDS disease, if a person is suffering from diabetics, and if the person has severe kidney problems or certain cancers, and when a person is suffering from cancer disease, and for cancer treatment, if the person is taking chemotherapy or radiotherapy, or the person is taking different drugs for any transplantation of that person, and if the person have chronic heart disease or different diseases, then the person's immune system is very poor, and due to poor immune system, the person's immune system can't fight with the tuberculosis bacteria, and because of that, the person is suffering from the life threatening situations, and the person has risk in their life, and these are the different risk factors of that person. If a person is suffering from any disease which is a serious disease, and because of different diseases, the person is taking different medicines, and the medications also have an impact on our immune system, and the body resistance power is very low due to different chemotherapy, radiotherapy and different medicines, and at that time the person's situation is very dangerous, and there is some different impact on life threatening situations, and the person can't fight with the tuberculosis bacteria. Traveling or living in certain areas, if you are traveling or any certain areas you are living, the risk of contracting tuberculosis is higher for people who live in or travel to areas that have high rates of tuberculosis and drug resistant tuberculosis. There is different risk factors in contracting of tuberculosis very higher for people who are living or who are traveling to some specific areas where there is high rate of tuberculosis and the drugs resistant tuberculosis, and it includes different factors like in different countries there is high risk of tuberculosis, and these countries are Africa, Eastern Europe, Asia, Russia and Latin America, and also Caribbean islands. In these countries there is high risk of tuberculosis disease, and we can compare with poverty and substance use. In this sector, lack of medical care. If a person is suffering from poverty and the person has lack of medical care due to poor condition on financial situation, if you receive a low or fixed income, live in a remote area, have recently immigrated to the United States or are homeless, you may lack access to the medical care needed to diagnose and treat TB. If a person is suffering from tuberculosis disease, and if that person is coming under poverty, then the person can't cure the tuberculosis disease at the right situation or at the primary stage because of a lack of money or because of poor financial situation, and due to lack of medical care sometimes in some remote areas or due to low income, some persons are not getting proper treatment or not taking proper advice from the doctor, and they can't afford proper medical care which is very needy, and they can diagnose and treat TB at the right time. And for that situation also some persons have different life threatening situations for lack of medical care. Substance use of IV drugs or excessive alcohol weakens your immune system and makes you more vulnerable to tuberculosis. And when some persons are using IV drugs and or excessive alcohol and which is weakens the immune system of a person and also makes a more vulnerable and also makes a poor condition or low resistance of immune system, and which creates the tuberculosis disease. And tobacco use also. Using tobacco greatly increases the risk of getting TB and dying of it. And due to tobacco using, due to chewing tobacco, sometimes some persons have different life threatening or different risk for getting TB, and due to tobacco use some persons are getting died also. And next is where you work or live. Where you are living or in which environment are you working. And healthcare work. If you are working in a healthcare sector, regular contact with people who are ill increase your chances of exposure to TB bacteria. Wearing a mask and frequent hand washing greatly reduce your risk. If you are working in a healthcare institution, then you have regular contact with this type of people, those who are ill, and which increases of your chances of exposure of TB bacteria. And when you have direct contact with the patients, then you have to wear a mask or you have to use frequent hand washing, and due to that practice you can reduce your risk if you are working in medicals or hospitals. Living or working in a residential care facility. If you are living or if you are working in any type of residential care facility or residential care centers, people who live or work in prisons, homeless shelters, psychiatric hospitals or nursing homes are all at a higher risk of tuberculosis. That's because the risk of the disease is higher anywhere there is overcrowding and poor ventilation. If any persons are living in any residential or any shelters, or those who are homeless, and if some persons are living or working in any prisons or psychiatric hospitals or any nursing homes, there is higher risk of infection of tuberculosis bacteria, and which is also a risk of the infection of tuberculosis disease. And if some persons are living or working in overcrowding or poor ventilation area, then those persons are suffering from tuberculosis disease. Living in or emigrating from a country where TB is common. If you are living or where if you are emigrate to that of country where there is TB is higher risk, and people from a country where TB is common may be at high risk of tuberculosis infection. If some people are from the country in which countries there is TB is common, they have high risk of tuberculosis infection. And next is living with someone infected with TB. If you are living with some person and these persons have infection of tuberculosis bacteria, living with someone who has TB increases your risk. If you are living with a tuberculosis infected person, then there is risk for your life also. And next we will discuss about different complications. What are the complications in tuberculosis disease? Without treatment, tuberculosis can be fatal. Untreated active disease typically affects your lungs, but it can spread to other parts of your body through your bloodstream. Examples of tuberculosis complications which include, so there is a different treatment for tuberculosis infection, and if you, without treatment, if a person is surviving in our society and if the person is untreated active disease, then that typically affects the lungs of the person and which can spread to other parts of the body, and which is through bloodstream. And different diseases like spinal pain, There is complications for spinal pain, back pain and stiffness are common complications of tuberculosis disease. If a person is not curing or not getting treatment at the right time, then the person has spinal pain complications. Joint damage. Tuberculosis arthritis usually affects the hips and knees, and when a person is suffering from tuberculosis and not getting treatment or not prevent at the primary stage or at the time of spread of that bacteria from other parts from lungs, then the bacteria can damage the joint, like tuberculosis arthritis is also a tuberculosis disease, and which affects the hips and knees of a person. Swelling of the membranes that cover your brain or meningitis. This can cause a lasting or intermittent headache that occurs for weeks. Mental changes also are possible. Sometimes some persons brain also damaged because of tuberculosis bacteria, and at that time the person is suffering from severe headache, and mental changes also are possible for the tuberculosis bacteria. Liver or kidney problems. Your liver and kidneys help filter waste and impurities from your bloodstream, and these functions become impaired if the liver or kidneys are affected by tuberculosis. If a person is suffering from tuberculosis, because the liver and kidney of a person always pure, always filter the food, and when a person is suffering from tuberculosis disease, then the person has kidney and liver problem also due to tuberculosis bacteria infection. When a person is not getting treatment at the primary stage of the tuberculosis disease or at the latent TB situation, when the tuberculosis bacteria is not contagious or is not spread from one part to other part, at that time if the person is not curing, then at that situation the person is suffering from different diseases like kidney and liver problems also arises at that situation. Heart disorders. Rarely tuberculosis can infect the tissues that surround your heart, causing inflammation and fluid collections that may interfere with your heart's ability to pump effectively. This condition called cardiac tamponade can be fatal, and there is heart disorders due to tuberculosis infection, because when tuberculosis can affect the tissues that is surround the heart and which cause inflammation or fluid collection and interfere your heart's ability to pump effectively, and when the heart is not beating perfectly, then the person is suffering from heart disorders. Next is prevention, how we can prevent the tuberculosis disease and how we can treat the tuberculosis disease. If you test positive for latent TB infection, your doctor may advise you to take medications to reduce your risk of developing active tuberculosis. If a person is testing latent TB infection, if a person is positive in latent TB infection, then first contact your doctor to take medications for reduce the risk of developing of tuberculosis bacteria in active situation. And the only type of tuberculosis that is contagious is the active variety, when it affects the lungs. And so if you can prevent your latent tuberculosis from becoming active, you won't transmit tuberculosis to anyone else. If a person is suffering from tuberculosis bacteria or tuberculosis disease, and if a person is infected and when it affects the lungs, so at that time if you can prevent your latent tuberculosis from becoming active, if you won't transmit the tuberculosis to anyone else, and when you can get proper treatment at the primary stage, then you can't infect another persons from you. Next is protect your family and friends. How you can protect your family and friends from infection of tuberculosis bacteria. If you have active TB, keep your germs to yourself. It generally takes a few weeks of treatment with TB medications before you are not contagious anymore. Follow these tips to help keep your friends and family from getting sick. There is some tips or there is some factors through which you can protect your family and friends. And when you are active TB and if you have germs yourself, then you have to live separately from others, and you have to cure yourself, and you have to take medications for prevent the tuberculosis disease from the latent TB situation when the tuberculosis bacteria is not contagious, and you have to take medicines from that time when the bacteria is not contagious anymore. And the factors or the tips are: stay home, don't go to work or school or sleep in a room with other people during the first few weeks of treatment for active tuberculosis. Always stay at home and stay separately from others. Don't go outside and don't meet other people if you are suffering from tuberculosis disease, and if you are getting treatment from the doctor, and if you are taking medications, at least for first few weeks you have to stay at home. And ventilate the room. Tuberculosis germs spread more easily in small closed spaces where air doesn't move. If it's not too cold outdoors, open the windows and use a fan to blow indoor air outside. And always stay in a ventilated room, and in which room you are living, then you have to getting that facilities where the room is ventilated, and you can open your windows, you can open your doors and use the fan to blow indoor air outside, through which you can prevent the family members and others from infection of tuberculosis bacteria. Cover your mouth. Use a tissue to cover your mouth anytime you laugh, sneeze or cough. Put the dirty tissue in a bag, seal it and throw it away. And when you are laughing, sneezing or at the time of coughing, you have to cover your mouth. You have to use tissue or precautions through which you can prevent yourself and prevent others also. If you are using any tissue or if you are using any papers for cover your mouth, you have to put the dirty tissues in a sealed bag and you have to throw it outside. And wear a mask. Wearing a surgical mask when you are around other people during the first 3 weeks of treatment may help lessen the risk of transmission. Always wear a mask at the time of medications also, and you have to wear a surgical mask, and when you are around other people, and through which you can treatment or you can take care of others, those who have relation with you, and you can help the lessen the risk of transmission from you to another person. And last is vaccination. What are the vaccinations, or in which areas the vaccinations is available for prevention of tuberculosis disease? In countries where tuberculosis is more common, infants often are vaccinated with Bacillus calmette-guerin vaccine because it can prevent severe tuberculosis in children. The BCG vaccine is not recommended for general use in the United States because it is not very effective in adults. Dozens of new TB vaccines are in various stages of development and testing. There is vaccines also available, which is BCG vaccine is available mainly for the infants because this vaccine is not effective for the adults or youth. And when an infant is taking the vaccine, then the infant's immune system can fight with the tuberculosis bacteria. And also the dozens of new tuberculosis vaccines are in testing in various stages and developed, through which we can vaccinate and we can avoid or prevent the tuberculosis disease. This is all about today's class, and in this video lecture we had discussed about specifically on tuberculosis disease and what are the cause, what are the risk factors in tuberculosis disease, and how we can prevent the tuberculosis disease, and how we can prevent or how we can maintain safety in family members and yourself also. and how we can getting vaccinated from the doctor, and how we can getting treatment for prevention of the tuberculosis disease, and how the tuberculosis disease is occurred. We have discussed about all those things in this lecture, and keep watching. Thank you. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me through comment box. Have a great day.